him into the fold next in our only gi match of the night. Representing East Rand BJJ from the red corner, please welcome the legendary Cliffe. His opponent from Durban, representing 2P BJJ from the blue corner, please welcome Rowan Budlender. Your referee, Lloyd Griffith.
Folks, our next match is at 88 kgs and taking place in a gi. Cliffe takes on Rowan Budlender. Two high-level practitioners take us back to the humble beginnings as they showcase the skills that come with grips and friction. This, Luke, I think sometimes gi matches are a little bit underrated. For those who are kind of true practitioners in Jiu-Jitsu, understanding the ability to grip your opponent. And the one thing I will say about gi Jiu-Jitsu is that from a self-defense perspective, if you were ever to get into that fight, you have a jacket to pull on, you have grips to take control of. So, I think sometimes wholly underrated.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I do enjoy training in the gi a lot. I just don't have the opportunity to do it as much anymore. But yeah, it is great to see here two guys who have been in the sport in South Africa for a long time. I'm obviously very familiar with. Rowan, not so much. It looks like Rowan's straight into a top lock position here. Good defense by Alan, coming back on a leg lock in the gi here. Very good defense there by Rowan, trying to pull and clear that knee line out. Now potential back exposure by Alan here. Has a kind of a bear trap position there with that shin across the back of his knee.
For those at home, a very quick reminder that because this is a gi contest, heel hooks are not allowed, but straight ankles will be allowed. So you could see when it came to Alan, he was looking to attack that leg, and Alan is more of the contemporary Jiu-Jitsu practitioner as opposed to Rowan, who's absolutely quite traditional in his way of fighting.
Yeah, very nice job here by Alan, passing from that half-guard chest-to-chest position. Looked to be putting a good amount of pressure and just cut through the legs fairly easily there. Like to see Rowan putting those defensive frames in place, potentially trying to get his knees back inside and put Alan back in front of him. Alan doing a great job here maintaining top control.
Alan with the knee on belly, looking to slide into a mounted position and or just to put some pressure on his opponent.
Yeah, forces a turtle here. If he can break those grips on the leg. Nice reversal. It goes straight back over. Great job there by Alan not to get stuck in bottom position.
Referee taking a look at the grips so he can reset our opponents back into the middle of the mat.
It looks like they're going to drag them back to the center here. Good reset here, no one losing position.
And the action's underway. Rowan looking to shrimp his hips out of position.
Seems to have a very strong stiff arm here. Alan jumping into a triangle position here. Is he able to lock it up? No, he's not. Great job by Rowan there, being able to defend that position and come on top.
Looking to knee slice out of the position.
In the quarter card position here. I'd like to see Rowan punching in an underhook on the top side just to solidify that position as he cuts through the rest of the guard. Alan's able to use that single leg to come back up there.
And he's got a fantastic lapel grip there, which was kind of avoiding the ability of Rowan to knee slice out of position.
Yeah, still maintaining that grip. Rowan able to return him back down into that bottom position. There's that underhook that we talked about. Unable to use it to successfully get up. Now we see Rowan with that underhook on the top side. I'd like to see him get into a chest-to-chest position here to be able to put pressure on Alan and actually complete that pass. There we go.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have just fallen into the last 5 minutes of this matchup, and as I said at the beginning of this match, you know, gi matches underrated. This has been all action to this point. But Luke, talk to us about the little detail that people sometimes don't understand about a knee slice in terms of which direction you want that knee pointing in.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously there's, you know, very small details that make things a little bit easier. From here, you see that Rowan's knee is pointing out towards the top of Alan's body. He wants to start pointing that knee down towards the knees as he kicks off the feet to try and free that foot. It would do him well to kick off one foot at a time instead of trying to just kick the bottom foot. Always recommend freeing the heel first. So kick off the top foot and then follow with the second. Usually makes it easier. Alan doing a good job here, not getting mounted, managing to maintain that half guard position. Just about 4 minutes left to go in this match. Now got 2 feet back in front. I have to reset that position with the gi.
Gi over the top of the head.
Yeah.
A little bit of confusion for both competitors there for a second, but you know, we had the lucky event of that gi getting back over the head, and
there we go.
As the ref gets to reset the action back into the middle. Oh, the classic tactic of getting that belt off.
Tie that belt back on, you know.
Yeah, resetting the time, most definitely making sure that we don't lose any time on this match as both athletes get their belt back on, get a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, both guys looking slightly fatigued. That's one thing about the gi, especially in South African heat here. With that gi on, is definitely going to be a little bit more claustrophobic than the no gi. Alan almost pulling into the legs here. You can use it now to come on top. Remains seated in this position. Yeah, I must say I really would have used that position that Alan's in now to come on top as opposed to staying down where he is. Got that back exposure there. Rowan now starting to turn back inside towards him. Now Alan's in good position to potentially pop those feet out and pass.
So is Alan's leg in any danger there, Luke? From what
No, I wouldn't think so. It looks like Rowan has a grip on Alan's lapel all the way through the leg. Was that a foot? I can't even tell at this point. It's a foot. Oh yeah, okay. I would actually be worried about Rowan's knee in that position. It's kind of an awkward position being torqued there. Now it looks like he's in more of a regular De La Riva position.
Doing a really good job with that top leg, ensuring that frame's in place for Alan to get through that guard.
Yeah.
But Alan switching over down to the foot, looking to take control of that ankle.
Yeah, there we go. Now we have kind of a calf slicer position there for Alan. Now that leg pops out and he's past the guard of Rowan. Just about 2 minutes to go in the match. It'll be interesting to see if this goes to overtime with the EBI rule set in the gi. It's going to be much harder to actually do some turning escapes and stuff to try and get out of the back position.
Yeah, you know, in both sets of positions that you can choose, you know, with the back control you have potential bow and arrow problems to deal with, and then obviously you don't want to be giving up your arm with all the friction that you have with the gi in the armbar position.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you were in that position, what position would you be thinking about going into overtime?
What would I choose? Preferably attacking?
Yeah.
I would choose the back for sure. I mean, there's so much friction. I have grips on my training partner's lapel. At the very least, if I don't get a submission, I'm pretty confident I'll be able to hold my training partner throughout the duration of the overtime. Alan putting some good pressure down here.
Fantastic use of that lapel to make sure that he takes away the power of that frame.
Absolutely. Like to see him start to advance the position now, maybe going into mounted situation, isolating arms above his opponent's head from here, and maybe trying to force that position. There we go.
Fantastic transition into the full mount position.
Very good. Now we see him trying to isolate that right arm of Rowan. Just about a minute left to go in this match. Will we be able to finish it in regulation, or will this gi match be going into overtime? potential back exposure here as Rowan tries to bridge Alan off. Now we see Alan really trying to rush and get that arm above his opponent's head in this position. Rowan able to get back to a half guard. Alan pulls that foot out.
Alan making sure that he climbs up high, trying to isolate those arms. He'd do well to potentially go to a smother seminar.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially in the gi, you know, you got your bare chest on right there. Definitely not a comfortable position. Potential triangle here. Oh, he's trying to set up a lapel strangle as well.
Lapel strangle. It looks like a
he gets the
Oh
finish.
my goodness! I think that was an X choke. I think that was a modified X choke utilizing the lapel and the cross grip.
Right at the end of the match. Wow.
With 6 seconds to go.
Beautiful
Fantastic
finish there
work
by Alan. Great matchup by both guys. Action-packed match, back and forth. Great job by Alan not to give up and wait till the overtime gets the finish in regulation.
And fantastic sportsmanship shown by both athletes, and Alan receiving his black belt on the mat. An incredible moment for any athlete, for any individual who has put time and effort like we know that Alan has towards his craft, and you know, another uniqueness for Submission Kings.
Absolutely.
The winner takes all.
Very well deserved promotion here. I mean, Alan's been competing for many, many years. He's been a brown belt for many, many years. So yeah, to see him get promoted here after a win like that is a special moment for sure.
Well, folks, it's, for you those watching at home, we've got the entire audience up on their feet, clapping the latest crown black belt on the African continent, Mr. Alan Cliffe.
Yeah, like I said, action-packed match from start to finish. I mean, both guys really gave it a couple of shots. You know, Rowan starting off very strong. Alan moving through a number of submission attempts, really, until eventually finding that X choke there towards the end of the match. Got stuck in this bear trap position quite a few times. And there we see Alan with that finish. Absolutely great work there by Alan. Sticking with it right till the end.
Oh, brilliant job. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back in a couple of minutes.